worship you, our God. You are worthy to be praised. Wewe ni Alpha and Omega. We worship you, our God. You are worthy to be praised. How are you? Uko namna gani? Good afternoon. Good morning. Good evening. Whatever time of the day, I say hello. I hope you are happy, you are excited, you thank God for yet another chance to be alive and even to feel good in life. Let me say thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for even telling your friends to subscribe. Thank you for liking what I do. I invite you, if you're new, please continue to subscribe. Continue to like, share. It's important that when you get something, you share with your friends so that they may also see what we are doing. Now, today is a good Saturday evening. I'm at home. I'm just there, relaxed, waiting for the darkness to come in. In Texas, we are now entering into summer. So the night is delayed. It's not coming early. It's already 7 p.m. but it's still day, because now it's the time we enjoy the sunshine and the light. And so it's the time to sit outside and think and talk and relax. Let me show you. People are outside here on the playing ground playing. I hope you can see. That's our playing ground. People are playing there. I don't want the Americans to see I'm filming them before they call the police for me, because you're not supposed to take film of anybody without permission here. So I just showed a little. Well, I cannot come here and not talk about anything. Today, I want to talk about discipline. Disciplining our children is part of parenting, what I was talking about the other day. But this time I want to talk about discipline and see how we discipline our kids, whether we discipline them the right way or we mess up somewhere in the form of discipline, and then we lose our kids, we cause pain to our kids, or even we fail to discipline. I know when I talk about discipline, it may mean something to somebody else from what I understand, or even it may not be what I call discipline, may not be discipline to somebody else. Point number one, I'm born and brought up in Africa. And I'm born and brought up by parents who condone no nonsense, even asking a question about anything. As long as you don't have very good supporting statement, you will receive a whoop. In fact, they used to hit you with anything which is near them. You won't be hit. So that one was conditional. That you are sure if you're told to do something, you better do it, or you receive a whoop. Or even if it's not about doing, you're sure if you're playing and somebody gets hurt, if you are in that playing and you saw that, you are still guilty, whether you are the one who did it or not, and you could just receive a whooping or anything, a hit or something. And that is what our parents did as discipline. But I want to discuss that because that's what we went through. But now we have come to be parents ourselves, and we know very well when it happened to us, we really didn't like it, and it didn't help us to behave. It helped us to fear our parents. In fact, you especially those who came from parents who are drunkards, sorry to use that word, you very well knew that when your daddy is back home, you better sleep early, because you receive you start a fight from nowhere. For those who came from parents who are really strict on education, you better get those ticks, everything tick, because one cancel wrong like this, it doesn't deserve a whooping, but to them it was. And nobody will explain to you this was supposed to be done like that. It was like, why did you fail? Ulianguka kwa nini? Wengine wakisikiliza mwalimu, what were you doing? Ulikuwa unafanya nini? Kuja hapa ulipeleka mchezo shuleni. Pwa pwa pwa. And that's what we knew discipline was. And that is why even when we were with our other sisters, we could threaten them. Try it, I'll tell mama. Try it, nitakushtaki. Because we knew that was the way. But now we've come to another understanding altogether. That from our experiences did not create discipline in us, but it created fear and made us not to behave as ourselves, but to behave as somebody else. That is, somebody conditioned. That even if you miss bread like something else, you cannot go to your parents and say, can we eat chapo today? Oh my God, you will receive it. That even if you are taking care like us, as we were going to the garden, please, let me tell you the truth. I grew up in the village, and we were going to the garden, and we had coffee plantation, and we could pick coffee from one tree to another. I mean, I'm short, and the tree is taller than me. And so when I'm trying to pull the branch like this, it could just break. And my dad could hear, "Wah!" Woo! And he could ask, who is that? Of course, you have to say it's me. Thank God for my father. I thank God for that man. He never whooped us. But at least his voice could just say, go home to cook. We don't want hatutaki hasara. Enda ukapikie watu. Enda ukajoin wale wanapika. Hatutaki hasara. On the contrary, when I go to join the ones who are cooking, I'll find the mother there. And she will know I've been sent back home because I broken a coffee plant. And that will be a case. Mothers! That will be a case. Sorry. Let me pick this phone. Let me pause a little and pick this phone. Mercy. Sorry for that. It's a friend who called, and of course I had to take care of that. So what I was saying is that we received a lot of whoopings, and that created fear in us. Also, when we went to schools, we could see certain teachers and you knew, oh my God, this one now I have to receive a cane. We were really given canes in schools. Noise making, it's a cane. You don't come with the food as if it's your fault to carry food. It's not your fault that you didn't carry food. There was no food at home, but the teachers, I don't understand where they were trained. Please, let me be frank. Because I've been a teacher all this wrong, and when I was getting training, I was not trained to cane any child. Though I did it anyway. Let me not even say that I didn't. I did it. I found teachers doing it and I did it. But now, in training, we were not trained to cane any child. And we could be caned even for school fees, for exam fees. You've not paid your exam, instead of being sent home for the exam fee, in primary school, especially in day schools, we could just be beaten by the teachers. And that made me I'm these people who fear a lot, who don't like pain. I don't like feeling pain in anything. If I know that anything will bring pain to me, I'm better run. And so in my primary school, I was this quiet, not quiet because I'm chubby in a way, but I was this good girls that I'll not be caught in noise making. And God blessed me also, I could understand. So I will still pass. And then in the morning, I will wake up. My sisters, when they wake up early, me I'll not take breakfast because I'll sleep a little. So when they are coming out, I'll just come out and follow them. So most of the times I went without breakfast because now it's almost 7 o'clock. And with that, there used to be a big bell. It could be beaten until you hear from home. So it can be beaten when you're far because you'll find the teacher at the gate with a cane. That one made me not to want even to see the teacher with a cane. So I used to arrive there on time. I didn't want any punishment. And whatever else which could bring the teacher near me to cane me, I tried to avoid it. I tried to read. I tried to do everything. No, here and there you could not miss out. You could not miss even hair, cutting hair. And it's not your fault to cut hair. As we were not plaiting hair, we were cutting hair in primary school. And you go there when your hair is not cut, you're still beaten. Oh my God, God bless those teachers because that is what they knew. But that was too much pain on us. So today now, do we go that method? Do we go that path when we know that we should not be punitive? When we know that punishment does not correct behavior. Instead, it creates fear and inhibits behavior. I know some of you will argue with the Bible where the Bible says that spare the rod and spoil the child. But let me go biblically and explain this. When the Bible talks about the rod, it does not mean the cane. We need to understand that most of the things in the Bible should not be taken literally. Bible is full of symbolism and figurative language. That is why the rod of Moses could turn into a snake. Power of God. If I take my rod today, it will not turn into a snake because it's a real cane. That is why the Bible says that your rod and your staff, in Psalm 23, your rod and your staff, something. I don't have my Bible with me. Let me check whether I can read that from my phone. So that I speak something which I can read very quickly. Let me get it. Psalm 23. Open up now. Okay. Psalm 23 says like this. I'll read the whole of it so that now you get the first. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. This is my NIV version. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. My interest was in your rod and your staff, they comfort me. When we talk about the rod of the Lord and the staff of God to comfort us, it doesn't mean that rod, the stick. that rod, the hitting one, or the one which is held by the priest or the bishops. No, it means the guidance of the Lord. It means that God is guiding you. Around indicates guidance, indicates administration, indicates showing the way. So even in our children, when the Bible says spare the rod and spoil the child, it means fail to direct your child and you lose that child. Fail to show your children the right path and you lose them. Fail to talk to them good stuff and they'll feed their hands with the wrong stuff. Fail to tell them who to relate with and how, and they'll relate with anybody and anywhere and anyhow. That's not what the rod means. It doesn't mean you take a cane and beat your child. You can beat and still lose them. Direction is very important. And the Bible also says that bring up your child in the ways of the Lord, and they shall not depart from them, even if they grow. It's very important that. So direction is for us parents. We need to talk to our children from as little as 1 year. Even, psychologists say even when the child is in the womb, he can still hear. So when you start singing to them, in fact, let me give an example. I live in Texas, and when you go to the library, you will find parents with small little kids reading for them, and these are 1 year old. So you are sure they may not even be knowing what the mother is reading stories for them, but they are reading for them. Why? They are putting something in the brain. So they will grow knowing that they can read. The reading culture is instilled. That's the culture God wants us, the culture of directing children in the ways we want them to go should start quite early. And that is what God wants us to do. Direct them in the right paths. If you feel that this is the way and you are assured and you are convinced that, like if you're a believer, you are convinced that God you serve is the right God and you are in right standing with your God, let your children know that God. If you know that whatever discipline, whatever places you've walked were bad, make sure your children know, do not go to this place, not because of what you did, but because of the product they can get from there. Let me tell you, in America we do not beat children, even in schools. We do not touch them. You do not even raise your voice on them. But they are disciplined, though some of them are rough, from home, because we have different society, and we have different people in different cultures. Let me tell you, those kids understand. Those kids get when you say it. And when you tell a kid, I don't like what you do, they ask you, what should I do, please? You tell them, by the way, we do not use the word no to children. A teacher, if you use no and you're caught, you're done. You're done. They want you to use positive reinforcement. If you find a child is beating the other child, you tell them, look at the effect of what you have done. Are you happy that your friend is crying? I'm not happy. Then your action should be better than the action you've done. And they will apologize. And when they apologize, you say, I'm proud that you have learned the skill of apology and how to be friendly. Thank you. And they'll say, welcome. That's how discipline is put this way. Even at home. Even at home. Don't beat your child. And that has taught me a lot. And that has put me a lot of knowledge in me, which I didn't know, that much as a kid has to be notorious in here and there, you can bring up your child, teaching your child to make the right choice That's the one we use. Make the right choice. The right choice is, I want you at A spot for 10 minutes. And I want you at B spot for 20 minutes. Make the right choice. If I find you at B, when it's not the time for going B, is not the right choice in life, in this session. I don't do exactly that. We don't have to be punitive. We don't have to be punitive. And that is why our children in our, where we came from, are abused by even their relatives and parents and big people and not say. Why? Because when you go to tell your mom you're raped, you're beaten instead. They created fear. When you create fear, that is why these evil people who are taking advantage of our girls and even of our boys, they tell them, if you say, I'll show you. And they'll fear because they know they're showing. But when they know you can do nothing, they will talk their voice. An American child will call police for you at 3 years. An American child will tell you, I don't like that. Excuse me, ma'am. I don't like the way you are shouting at me. And you have to go down. I'm sorry. I'm just not in myself. Can we talk? And I say, okay, let's talk. And you say, sometimes I feel hyper. It's not because of you. But now, I want you to do this. Is that fine? I'm sorry of what happened. Is that fine with you? This is fine, ma'am. I'm sorry. Thank you. Communication. The children in the Western world, they are able to tell their parents, my mama, please, do you have some money? I need ABC. And they will not be beaten. You tell them, I don't have it now, but I promise that I will do it. And when you promise, they keep their word. If they tell you, I will do ABC, and then you do ABC, they keep their word and you keep your word. That is how life should be. These are human beings. Kids are human beings. That is why when they get to pre-K, they are given the police number in case of anybody abusing you, and they are told they should have their parents' number, their teacher's number, and that, so that anybody trying to abuse you, tell them, I don't like it, and I'm gonna say it. We need to teach our children also not to fear us. The parents in Africa, let our children not fear us, so that when they meet anybody out there who is molesting them, they can tell us. Even if it's a teacher, me, I don't care. The other day we lost a child because the teacher went to hit. Okay, I know accidents can occur, but when you hit the hand of this child, and you have a head, imagine yourself hit on the head. Definitely, man, that you're causing death. And again, they feel pain just like us. I wish you'd just hit the butt. That would help a little. Though it's America, you cannot do that. You won't go to jail. It's a very, very different culture. Very, very different society. In fact, very different. To cope with it, you need to discipline yourself very well and forget that you were once beating anybody or you once were beaten. That's not the way. And you adjust to the new way of discipline, and it's so nice. You get used to it. You also love it. That anybody can apologize to you. We apologize without being forced, without being followed up, in fact, you say excuse me as many times as I don't know what. You cannot touch anybody just like that. Excuse me, please excuse me. It's very okay. And then the other person says thank you. From when they are little, they need to know how to behave, not how to fear. Let's show direction to our kids. Let's not be punitive. Let's not punish them. And when it comes to learning, why were we failing in school? It's because we don't understand and you don't know that thing. Even if you beat me 1,000 kids, I'll not know. I'll not know. Hey, that's the fact. Let's face reality. If I don't know, I don't know. So the first thing is create an environment which this child can understand. Teach them. Let them understand. They are slow learners. Understand we are not the same. And many factors, in fact, contribute to failure in class. You don't know how this child slept. He may be hungry. You don't know, maybe he's feeling pain somewhere. You don't know what is going in the head. And you expect him to get what you're teaching. When you come to class with a kid, the mind will go blank, mental block, because of fear. Because especially if you slept hungry and the teacher wants you to pass and you are not able to do anything, and this teacher now is pumping things on you, and you're so hungry, or maybe your dad was fighting with your mama, you don't know how to approach this teacher again, then you just hate life from an early age. And that is what is making our children even to have low self-esteem as they grow up, because they didn't have anywhere to air their grievances. They have pent up stress. It's my sincere hope that we gonna have a different way, and especially teachers, let us not be punitive in schools. That one, I look at it, I look back and see for real, we might have, me included, when I was teaching in Kenya, we might have caused some people not to meet their life desires, because they are fearing us, and because they don't know how to approach us and tell us the problems they are facing back at home, and how they are feeling, and what makes them not like the subject they are feeling. Because you find somebody like me, I could not pass mathematics so well, especially in high school. When I went to high school, mathematics became mental block for me. And my dad, even if he employed a private teacher for me, I still didn't get very nice grades in mathematics. It's a mental block for me for that area. So, what was there's no need of beating me, because I'll never know. Even now, these decades I've lived, I cannot do mathematics. So why fight over it? Doesn't help. Doesn't help. I pray that, I hope that our children and our grandchildren, we shall not punish them. Instead, we shall direct them in the ways they should go, and they shall not depart from them. Like me, I was very rough on my son. I'm a mother, I don't hide. But I was very tough, because I knew that was the way. I had been brought by a tough mother, so why should I not be tough? I thought that was the way, until I came to ask myself, okay, I didn't beat him with my hands, not beating, but talking. I could talk a lot to him, a lot. Even a small thing, I could not think with him. I am like, no. What did you do to your teachers? Until I came to think, these teachers doesn't go do mistakes. They're human beings. So why should I join a camp I've not listened to? I should listen to this camp, which I know, which is telling me something. And then I can go to listen to with the other camp when I have fast knowledge from the one being so-called affected. And that way, that's how I came now to realize that I should not mind so much about what really the society would like me to mind, or the parents to mind about. What other people would like the parents to mind about. As a parent, you should not mind about those small things so much. Mind about directing your child. Ignore. I know it's difficult, not like our time when the children belongs to the community. Now it's individualized. Be individual to your child's display. Be individual to your child's display. Direct your child. Doesn't matter whether the other person is not directing their children. Direct your own. You are the one who will not cry. Direct your own, and God will see your efforts and bless you, and that child will be displayed. Let me say bye-bye. I love you. God bless you. Let us guide our children. Let us be parents because it is our time now. Our mothers now are grandparents, and grandparents spoil. So it is our time now to discipline. After the grandparents have spoiled, we come and recorrect. So let us do that. Bye-bye.